Hong Kong is currently home to over 6.86 million people. Most are of Chinese descent. However, there are also people from Asian countries such as Indonesia, Malaysia, and India, and even people from the Western in Hong Kong. This is truly a diverse city that is as vibrant as ever with its fast-paced business and economy, and a city that never sleeps. Hong Kong is the world's 7th most visited destination. One way to get to know the city well is to travel as the locals do. And how's that? By bus! But don't think that because they are massive and hefty, they are slow. In fact, buses are one of the most efficient ways to travel around Hong Kong. Franchised buses are the largest road-based carriers in Hong Kong. They account for 35% of the daily public transport population. Bus service is provided everywhere from the Hong Kong Island to the Kowloon side and even to the New Territories. And here I am on a typical bus in Hong Kong. As you can see, people take the bus every single day. Buses really are an efficient way to go around Hong Kong. Locals take the bus every day to work, to school, or just to go around the city. But how, you may ask, do buses reach everywhere? Simple! There's the Kowloon Motor Bus Company, or the KMB, that operates 420 routes in Kowloon and the New Territories. Bus service on the Hong Kong Island is provided for by the New World First Bus Company, also known as the First Bus Company, or NWFB, which operates around 100 routes, and the City Bus Company, CTB, which operates about 135 routes. Buses, single and double-deckered alike, have had their share of a long history. The Kowloon Motor Bus, or KMB, was first founded on April 13, 1993. The founding members were Sir Teng Siu Kin, Mr. William Lui Siu Tak, and Choi Wang Hung, just to name a few. KMB's first services were omnibus services on the Kowloon side and the New Territories. By 1940, KMB had 140 single-deckers operating on 17 routes. By the late 1940s, the population of riders increased due to the post-war immigration. In 1949, KMB bought 20 double-decker buses from England and became the first operator to operate double-decker buses in Hong Kong. By 1975, KMB had its first air-conditioned double-decker bus. Things were looking up for this company. Now, KMB is the proud owner of a fleet of over 4,300 buses, operating mainly in the Kowloon side and the New Territories, and cross-harbour tunnel routes. 80% of them double-decker and 90% air-conditioned. The KMB on the move, doesn't it look grand? Oh, and there goes the City Bus. The City Bus, or CTB, began its operation in 1979, starting with a double-decker bus service for the Hong Kong United Dockyard in Hong Kong. By 1984, CTB has expanded its service to a cross-boundary coach service between Hong Kong and Shenzhen. 10 years after KMB introduced their first air-conditioned bus, CTB introduced their own batch of air-conditioned double-deck coaches. From then on, CTB has continued to expand its services and the quality of their coaches to what they are now. CTB coaches today, over 910 of them, serves the routes of Hong Kong Island, cross-harbour tunnel services between Hong Kong Island and the Kowloon side and New Territories, routes of North Lantau, and routes to the Hong Kong International Airport as well. Well, the routes certainly seem to cover all of Hong Kong, don't they? Well, they certainly don't satisfy the demand for public transport. That's why there's also the New World First Bus, also known as the NWFB, or the First Bus. This company was established in 1998 after taking over the China Motor Bus, or CMB company, due to the difficulties they were facing. Having purchased the second-hand buses from CMB, First Bus had to begin a long refurbishment program upgrading the CMB era seating, lighting, flooring, and handrails to what we see today. Beneficially, newly refurbished First Buses had catalytic converters installed that reduced the emission of polluting exhaust gases and particulates by 50%. Another goal of the refurbishment program was to phase out non-air-conditioned buses. on August 17, 2002, New World First Bus's non-air-conditioned bus made its last and final journey. From then on, the buses, a fleet of around 700, are what you see and ride today, serving the routes of Hong Kong Island, cross-harbour links between Hong Kong Island and Kowloon and the New Territories, routes of South Tseung Kwan O and newly developed areas in West Kowloon. Have you ever wondered how the route numbering system on buses worked? Well, I found that the route numbers are arranged in a logical order. The hundreds digit indicate the type of route, the tens digit represent the area of coverage, and the ones tell the specific route. Letters that come before the numbers represent the natures of the route, such as overnight, express, or an airport bus. Buses not only serve the public community, they also serve for special purposes such as the important task of transporting students. School buses are also an important part of the bus community. However, buses were not always the ones we see today. Buses in the olden days were quite different. That's why today we have special guests to tell us about the historical buses. Let's go!
Here we have with us is Mr. Mu, the head of the whole school bus company and the whole team. Hi Mr. Mu, so can you describe your job as transportation manager in the school?
Yes. In the morning we pick up the students and drop off every day, except those arrangements. We also arrange the field trips for all the students.
Also, can you tell us the differences and similarities between operating a school bus system and a public transportation system operated by others?
For operating a school bus, we need to reschedule bus routes quite often in order to meet the needs of our students where they live, because we are door-to-door pick up and drop delivery. But for the public transportation, they have the fixed route every day, and there's no time limit for their traveling. But for our arrangement, we need to make every morning quite in time, and also after school to drop the students home on time.
而家我哋就睇到杜生同杜太講下佢哋以前搭公車嗰時嘅情況。咁我想請問你，第一次搭公車係幾時呢？1941年。咁你可唔可以描述一下你第一次搭公車嗰時嘅情緒呢？
嗰時係我爸爸媽媽同我去搭㗎，因為嗰時我已經係11歲啦。我搭公車嗰陣啦，我覺得咧，嗰啲公車嗰啲車咧，好似而家我哋坐緊嗰啲凳一樣，好似公園嘅啲凳啊，一條一條一條。我係只覺得佢坐得我攞得好唔舒服。
咁嗰時嘅車飛係幾多錢到嘅咧？
應該1毫子。
咁嗰時嘅公共巴士對你嚟講係咪好似啲好巨型嘅機械人咧？
又唔係喎，因為香港一直都有車嘅喎。得嗰時啲公營巴士咧就係單層嘅，就係大概裝到十零20人到啦，最多嘅啫。
咁啲問題就問晒啦。咁好多謝兩位肯接受我哋嘅訪問。
如果有咩再講再問啦。
And so, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this concludes our documentary of buses in Hong Kong. Thank you. Next time you hop on a bus, make sure you take a moment to appreciate the long history the bus has been through. No matter what bus you're on, it has done its work to serve the community and make Hong Kong a better place. See you soon on a bus.